Hello everyone, and welcome again to my channel. In today's video we're going to look at the very basic controls that you'll need to know the first time you get into your starship. Of course, the first thing we'll need to do is enter your ship. Now, because some ships have interiors and some don't, the things you'll actually have to do to get to your pilot seat might be a little different. In today's video, I'm using the F-7C Hornet, which only has a pilot seat. So there'll be no interior to walk through. We can just hold F for our interaction mode and get straight into the pilot seat. If your ship does have an interior, even if it's a small one like an Aurora, or a larger one like an Andromeda, you can just use the interaction mode to enter the pilot seat directly. Now, if you hold F for interaction mode, like we have been so far, we notice that we can look around our cockpit and we can find different buttons or different actions that we can interact with. And if we look over here, to the left, in the case of mine, it will be different in your ship, we notice we have two buttons, power on and flight ready. Power on will just deliver power to your generator, but flight ready will turn on all of our systems. Now, we could do that, or instead, we can just press the R key. The R key is our shortcut to go flight ready. Whenever we press this, this will turn the ship on, but keep in mind this will not turn the ship off. There are other buttons for that. Other shortcuts you might need to know are P for weapons,
Weapons offline. Weapons online.
O for shields,
Shields offline. Shields online.
I for engines,
Engines offline.
and U for power.
Engines online.
The I key is very important because as a rule of thumb, whenever you land, you should always be turning off your engines. Now that we know the basics of managing our starship, we have to actually learn how to fly it. But the first thing we need to do is request permission to leave our hangar. If we press our F1 key, we can open our mobi-glass. And so we see we have all of these different buttons down here along the bottom, but today we want the comlink button. So if we click on that, and we go up to the top and click Friends, we can see our spaceport. In this case, it's the Area 18 landing services, and click that small arrow. Doing this requests permission, and you don't need to wait anymore, so you can close mobi-glass immediately. Note that when you want to go anywhere to land, like a city or station, you'll need to do the same function to request landing permission as well. There is a keybind in your settings that you can use to make requesting permission to take off and to land a single button press. In order to leave, we'll actually need to lift off, but we don't want to go too fast, so we can actually use our mouse wheel to control our throttle limiter that we see here on the left side of our heads-up display. Next, we'll want to gently press our spacebar to lift off. Then, once we're airborne, we can press the N key to raise our landing gear.
Landing gear. Raised.
Next, we can use our mouse to pitch up, to pitch down, and then of course, we can use it to yaw left, and then, you guessed it, yaw right. But now we actually want to leave the hangar, so let's press our W key to thrust forward. Once we're outside, I've got a little bit of extra space to show you the other controls. If the W key moves us forward, you might have guessed the S key moves us backwards. The A key moves us left. The D key will move us right. And then we have Q and E. Q rolls us left, E rolls us right, and we can go all the way around if we so please. Of course, now that we're outside, we actually want to fly away from our spaceport, so we'll throttle up, and then we'll press the W key to get us some distance. Releasing the W key while we're flying will kill our thrust, so if we want to keep going without holding the key, you can press C to engage cruise control. And while cruise control is active, we can still use our mouse wheel to control our throttle, so we can go faster or slower if we want. Important note, always remember to turn off cruise control when trying to land, because cruise control will deliver constant thrust out of your main engines. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hopefully you've got a better understanding of how to manage your ship and how to get out of your hangar. In a future video, we'll look at using quantum travel and trying to manage the star map as well for navigation.